This talk of pardoning Derek Chauvin is bait to get black people out into the streets, to be confronted by police officers who Donald Trump thinks should have immunity, and so that Donald Trump and these police officers can beat and kill black people in the streets. And Donald Trump can point at that and say, look at this, I don't have any other choice but to impose martial law nationwide.
Hey everybody, I want this video to go viral if you can. Look, the whole thing about pardoning Derek Chauvin is to provoke the black community to react, for us to go out in the streets in anger. Look, this is a targeted attack against us. This is to provoke us and to trigger us because nothing else is working. We're not going out in the streets. We're not buying anything. We're not fighting this. We didn't go out and protest. The problem is they want to enact martial law, and they need an excuse to do it. Keep in mind that the MAGAs wanted bloodshed. They wanted that civil war. Remember what happened when he lost the last time? Well, he won this time, and they did not get their bloodlust satisfied. Remember, the whole point of pardoning Chauvin is to get us out into the streets so that they can blame us when the violence ensues. Don't forget who you are dealing with. Don't forget why they're doing it, and don't let them provoke you into going out into the streets.
Wagwan, welcome back to my YouTube space. I hope you are doing okay? I love you so much. Now, the video I'm going to react today is about Americans reacting on Elon Musk utterances and Shapiro. They say that they want to ask Donald Trump to pardon Derek Chauvin. Derek Chauvin, he is a policeman who was involved in the killing of George Floyd in 2020, and he is the reason why we have Black Lives Matters, because the killing of George Floyd caused a lot of people went to the street protesting against police brutality because of this one reason. Now, he was sentenced to 20 years into prison, and now Shapiro posted a video saying that this is the time Donald Trump should pardon Derek Chauvin. And Elon Musk reposted and supported, saying that it is time. Now, Americans have reacted. Black Americans, white Americans, they have reacted. And a lot of people are reacting. They are not supporting this. By the way, this is just a bait to get black people in the street, or black Americans in the street, for them to protest so that they can unleash the police to them. Black people have been provoked like a number of times, but black people right now are just quiet. Black people have decided to be quiet on the issues that are affecting America right now. But if they decide to pardon Derek, I think it is something bad, okay? Now, this is what Elon Musk tweeted about the video of Shapiro. I want you to listen to this video, and then we will listen to reactions of Americans, both of them, Black Americans and white Americans, and then we'll come back and try to talk something on it.
If we are issuing pardons, however, there is one person that President Trump should pardon from federal charges forthwith. It would be incredibly controversial, but I think that it's absolutely necessary. That person is Derek Chauvin. President Trump should, in fact, pardon Derek Chauvin. He should pardon him his federal charges. If we are talking about reversing the evils of the last several years in American life, obviously COVID and its handling was a massive evil. Destroyed the economy, set us on a path to fiscal insanity, destroyed children, led to massive health-related cover-ups, just horrifying all the way around. And President Trump has taken on a lot of those things. But when it came to BLM, the inciting event for the BLM riots that caused $2 billion in property damage in the United States and set America's race relations on their worst footing in my lifetime, was in fact the railroading of Derek Chauvin in the death of George Floyd. The evidence demonstrates that Derek Chauvin did not in fact commit murder of George Floyd.
Mr. President, your allies are calling on you to pardon Derek Chauvin. Are you considering pardoning Derek Chauvin?
No, I haven't even heard about it, no.
Mr. President, on peace.
I haven't heard that.
Now, that was the video of Shapiro, and Elon Musk supported it, but Donald Trump was asked And he said that he have not heard about it. I wonder, Elon Musk is so close to Donald Trump. Why has he not hear about it? But I think it's just a lie. So I want you to listen to videos of Black Americans and Americans at large reacting on this, and then leave your reaction and comment behind so that we can see what you have in mind.
That comment was left on a video that I did yesterday about Elon Musk encouraging Donald Trump to pardon Derek Chauvin, the police officer who was held primarily responsible for the murder of George Floyd in the spring of 2020, which gave rise to the Black Lives Matter protests during that summer. That sentiment was then echoed by Ben Shapiro on his show, and I made a video, admittedly, from the perspective of a white guy who's a lawyer. And my perspective was Derek Chauvin was convicted, the most serious charges that landed him in prison for the rest of his life. He was convicted on state charges in a state court, and a president can't pardon somebody for state charges. He can only pardon on federal charges. There were some follow-up federal charges for violating civil rights and things like that, and Trump could pardon Derek Chauvin on those. But being that I'm a white guy, and I came at that from the perspective of a white guy who's a lawyer, I woke up this morning to a lot of comments on that video from Black Americans. And the one thing that I did not think of is that this talk of pardoning Derek Chauvin is bait to get black people out into the streets, to be confronted by police officers who Donald Trump thinks should have immunity, and so that Donald Trump and these police officers can beat and kill black people in the streets. And Donald Trump can point at that and say, look at this, I don't have any other choice but to impose martial law nationwide. Admittedly, my perspective in that video was limited to my particular life experience. It did not dawn on me when I made that video. I got a lot of comments like this, and I saw a video from Tabitha this morning. Tabitha Speaks Politics. If you're not following her, you really should be. And she said it explicitly. She's like, this is bait to get black people out into the streets. And I hadn't thought of that. I hadn't thought of that. But I think it's entirely accurate. I think it's absolutely entirely accurate. I think Donald Trump is confused 6 weeks into his presidency that there haven't been mass nationwide protests every day, people in the streets protesting against him and what he's doing. And I think this talk of pardoning Derek Chauvin is a way to light a fire under certain communities in the United States to get them out into the streets so that Donald Trump can turn loose police officers, National Guard troops, the United States military on American soil as a way to get to a point where he can declare martial law in the United States. So thank you for that comment. Thank you, Tabitha, for your video. And this is again, it's like, this is one of the reasons why I love TikTok, because people with different identities than mine and different backgrounds than mine bring different perspectives to circumstances that don't necessarily dawn on me right out of the gate, because it's just like, I'm just a dumb white guy who grew up in very segregated circumstances in Ohio, so I appreciate your comment and everybody's input on that, but I think you're absolutely 100% correct.
President Elon Musk suggested that felon Trump should think about pardoning Derek Chauvin, the ex-cop convicted of taking George Floyd's life unnecessarily. Musk reposted a rant from Ben Shapiro, who called Chauvin's conviction a railroading and claimed it was the true cause of the BLM protest. What is it about these maggots that they want to relitigate these judgments that were done by a jury that reviewed all the evidence and made a decision in the company of lawyers and a judge? Ben Shapiro, Musk, nor the felon have all the facts, and maggots think it's okay to let these people go because they feel like it. You know, I say if that's the case and they're gonna do that, then it's open season on the pardoned. Damn, that's a good movie idea. Never mind that Chauvin was convicted of murder and civil rights violation. Shapiro knows everything, and he wants the felon to wipe it all away for another felon. And Musk, he's just thinking about it, because apparently this is the debate we're having right now in 2025 with the egg prices still high. Will the convict actually consider it? I bet he will, because he's into letting criminals out of prison and into the street, like himself. Do not comply with this maggot trash. Believe in truth. I'll be back with more of it.
Hey, what's good, my people? What's good? I'm that boy they call Big Tone, one half of the Chronic OGs podcast. Make America Great Again, part 337. So Ben Shapiro came out, like I said the other day, Ben Shapiro came out and said that Donald Trump should pardon Derek Chauvin, who's the guy that murdered George Floyd. So I gave that some thought, and you know what? They just trying to entice us. They just trying to entice us so they could put us in jail, so we can go out and protest, and they gonna make the protest get a little rowdy, and then we gonna respond, and then they want to go out, they want to hurt us, they want to spray us, they want to possibly kill us and have qualified immunity and all this other bullshit. Only thing I'm gonna say, folks, is this: don't fall for the okie doke. There's no way in hell he does not, as bigger balls as Trump believes he has from the shit he's doing, don't believe for a second that he's going to do that. If he does that, unfortunately, there's going to be an uproar, as he would say, the likes of no one has seen before. Don't fall for it, y'all. After y'all watch this video, don't even think about it no more. I'm that boy they call Big Tone. I'm out.
My name is Tired Ass Happy Black 365. Listen, to Scoochame venereal diseases. So Elonia Musty bitch, you know, the robot with the skin falling off the bone structure. He asked the Grand Wizard in charge to pardon Derek Chauvin, and you know, that is that ex-cop who's in prison now for unaliving George Floyd, you know, by putting his knee on his neck for a certain amount of time while everybody was recording. And that's what kicked off the Black Lives Matter movement, bitch, in 2020. But this is expected. I mean, if you expected, you wouldn't be surprised, bitch. Your boca will never be open, bitch. It will always stay in place, bitch. Keep your beef sucker safe. So, I mean, I expect it. It's unfortunate, though, but, I mean, you got the motherfucking fat bastard in charge who already pardoned the convicted January 6th insurrectionist, bitch. That was, like, one of his first business of order when he got into the motherfucking White House. So that's expected. But, you know, felons doing what felons do, bitch. They sticking together like glue, bitch. They got their pink piglets right in each other's backside, just hunching in the Oval Office. But anyhow, also as well, in addition to motherfucker fat bastard in charge, he said he's gonna give Israel the resources they need to finish the job. I'm assuming he's talking about the Palestinians, bitch. They already demolished Gaza, bitch. Ain't nothing left but some rebel. Let them people rebuild. Them Palestinians done made it all the way back, fought this time, made it back, and now you gonna finish the job, huh? But you know what? This is what y'all voted for. So tear this motherfucker down to the studs, ho. I would like to hear from the Dearborn uncommitted delegates. You know, because my flabbers are gasted. Okay, ho?
There is no way this is not rage bait. Elon borrowed RFK Jr.'s brainworm and is just letting it play with the controls like plankton in SpongeBob. It kind of follows a logical conclusion, right? Because the right wing in America have made their entire political identity around attacking DEI and hating DEI, while at the same time implicitly associating anything to do with black people in professions or positions of power as being DEI, essentially turning DEI into a new form of sort of dog whistle, or sort of a new slur, essentially saying, oh, you're DEI, basically making it clear that they have a problem with black people. I did not realise that Tom Fuckery went as far as a South Africa apartheid billionaire trying to advocate for the freedom of a corrupt police officer with a history of racism-based violent complaints who held his knee on the neck of a man for 8 minutes, resulting in his passing. That was found in a court of law. If anyone says anything about blood content or anything, congratulations, you're about as racist as this guy. If George Floyd was a white guy, you wouldn't be saying that, would you? And then people saying like, oh my god, why would Elon suddenly be just so crazy in favour of white racists? And it's like, this is not new. The guy comes from apartheid South Africa, and the way that his companies get sued for racism, it reflects that. This is absolutely crazy work that people aren't aware of. Like, in these lawsuits, there's allegations that Tesla management and stuff were just turning a blind eye to racist slurs and graffiti, including nooses and that one particular symbol that we don't like. It's no surprise that this guy, prompted by Benny Boy, is so eager to wiggle his jiggly Ozempic chin into the legal system and try and get this absolute monster released. And there's also people saying that he wants to do it because it will cause people to riot, and then he can use that as an excuse to get Trump to implement martial law, because all of his companies are failing and his net worth is going down at the moment. And I think he probably wants to fix that with a little bit of authoritarianism. Disgusting though. Follow for more.
Hey everybody, I want this video to go viral if you can. Look, the whole thing about pardoning Derek Chauvin is to provoke the black community to react, for us to go out in the streets in anger. Look, this is a targeted attack against us. This is to provoke us and to trigger us, because nothing else is working. We're not going out in the streets. We're not buying anything. We're not fighting this. We didn't go out and protest. The problem is they want to enact martial law, and they need an excuse to do it. Keep in mind that the MAGAs wanted bloodshed. They wanted that civil war. Remember what happened when he lost the last time? Well, he won this time, and they did not get their bloodlust satisfied. Remember, the whole point of pardoning Chauvin is to get us out into the streets so that they can blame us when the violence ensues. Don't forget who you are dealing with. Don't forget why they're doing it, and don't let them provoke you into going out into the streets.
So Ben Shapiro is leading a charge to get Derek Chauvin released. You know, Derek Chauvin, the guy who was convicted, found guilty, and is in prison for the unaliving of George Floyd. Ben Shapiro is leading the cause of getting him released. I mean, the last time I heard about Ben Shapiro, he was talking about his wife has never ever had a moist Felucci. This piece of crap is out there trying to get George Floyd's unaliver released from prison. This news came as I was doing a live, which was wonderful, you guys. Thank you. And most of the people in my live said, oh, you know, it's actually a good idea. Let him loose and let Shapiro run around with him, because it would probably be a really great idea to visit any city with a large amount of any ethnicity. Did I say in this? Yeah. Let him free. But yeah, this whiny, nasally, fake piece of crap who can't even get his wife to a state of moisture wants to release George Floyd's murderer.
Welcome back. Now, this is a bait to unleash police to black people. It's a bait to get black people on the street, because everything they have tried to make black people go to the street, it's not working. They have tried economic inequalities. They have tried, right now, they are trying everything. Protection, they are trying everything, you know. And Americans are regretting. The MAGA are regretting. White Americans are out here regretting. Latinos are regretting. But black people are so quiet. And they are asking, why are black people so quiet? What do we do to provoke them? Let's bring this motion to pardon Derek Chauvin. killer of George Floyd. It's not allegedly because he was found guilty and he is in prison. So he is the killer of George Floyd. And this issue, everyone, each and every race was against it. Black Lives Matters. I can't breathe. They supported, white people supported all over the world. So this is like provoking the world. And I don't know what is wrong with Elon Musk. He is a black person, black from South Africa. I don't know if he's a white South African or black South African, but he's a South African. I don't know what is wrong with Musk, with black people, Trump and black people. Because for a long time, Trump has been called, he is racist. And if he's gonna pass this motion, it will be one of the most racial thing to do. Now, only 6 weeks in parliament or 6 weeks in the state house and everything is left right. Nothing is good. Nothing is good. Why are they provoking black people? Why? Is it a way to make them go to the street, to unleash police to them? Do they want to finish to eliminate or to finish the black race in America? Black people are a threat to them? Why? Maybe black people are threat to them. So the history of black American and the US government has been long of systematic racism, oppression, and inequality. Many black Americans feel provoked anytime by the government. And what they are going to do right now is to provoke black Americans. This is unacceptable because it is affecting the unity that has been so long been wanting to grow between black Americans and white Americans. They are affecting the whole fight that black people have been putting out there against police brutality. Because the targeting of black communities by law enforcement, including incidents of police killings and racial profiling, have fueled frustration and protest. And that is against the law. Not against the law alone, but it's bringing back the systematic racism in action. Black people have been fighting for more than 200 years, 300 years. And this is what we have been saying. Black people have been complaining, but white were quiet. But right now, even this, some white people are shocked by the decisions that are being taken by the government right now. Because this decision, of course, in one way or the other, will affect the white people too. It will affect the white people too. Because the unity in the community, it will be no longer there. Black people will think that, my white people, they are doing some things bad to us. So that friendship that was there'll be a lot of tension between black people and white people. That's what I'm trying to say. And I think this is what they are trying to create, the racial tension between black people and white people, to continue creating that white supremacy. Because the white supremacy, it is failing right now. It is as a verge of losing. The white supremacy is losing. And for them to bring back the white supremacy in action, they need to create that tension. They need to create that fear. White people has to fear black people, seeing them as frauds, seeing them as criminals. We have to create these actions between. We have to create these fears so that the white supremacy could be there. Now, I think that's what they are trying to do. US government have had this something we call mass incarceration. Like, whenever you see a Latino, you see a drug dealer. Whenever you see a criminal, you see a black person, all of them, they are criminal. Policies like the war on drugs led to the overcriminalization and improvement of black Americans at significantly higher rates than other racial groups. Historical injustices like redlining, discriminatory lending, and job discrimination have created generational wealth gaps that the government has not adequately addressed. But right now, the black people are trying to fill the gap. They are trying to reduce the wealth gap. But now, the rich white people, they are in shock. Like, what do we do now? Because the first time what they did, they created enmity between black people and middle class white people. And that enmity was the one that led to huge racial wealth gap, because white people were not able to pay black people very good, the wages, not giving them jobs. They see them as slaveries. They see them as inferiors, and they see them as criminals because of what they created between white and black people. But time to time, white people now, some of them are realizing that the mistake they did. Some of them are regretting not listening to black people. Some of the white people now are fighting a war with black people. They are helping black people to fight this war. Now the US government is terrified. It's terrified because the white supremacy is losing. White people or white government is terrified because the empire is falling. And the only way to bring back this empire, the only way to bring back this fear is to create another fear. And by doing this is they want to release or they want to pardon Derek and release them so that white people or so that black people will be angered again, frustrated, go back to the street, and they will unleash police on them, and they will come with claims that, see black people, see what they are doing, see their actions, they are bad. And again, those middle white people will be like, oh, just pardoning someone, they are like this, and they'll create that fear again. I think that's what they are trying to do. And please, 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 my message to all black Americans and black people in America and everywhere in the world: don't fall in the trap of Donald Trump. Donald Trump and Elon Musk are trying to frustrate every minority group. They are frustrating Latinos. They are frustrating Asians. They are frustrating Arabs now. They are frustrating black people. Don't fall for that trap. That's a trap. We are being set and a bait to make sure that black people are on the street. That's what they want, because it's only by that white supremacy will continue rolling. Tell me what you think on the comment section about this video. Until next episode, peace out. MAGA, Make America Great Again, is pardoning George Floyd killer Derek Chauvin. Okay, allegedly, not allegedly, but he was found guilty. So, is Making America Great Again provoking black community? Is Making America Great Again pardoning Derek? If it was black people, or if it was a black person who is facing charges like this one, the killings, nobody could talk about him. Nobody. Even the black people themselves, they could not talk about it. But because it's this white guy here, and he is serving his sentence, I don't know why they want to pardon him, or why Elon Musk is thinking of that. I don't know.